What's up, my Support Fibromyalgia friends? I hope you can hear me. There was a test run and I couldn't get any audio, so I cut the broadcast, but I'm back. It is a Fibromyalgia Foggy Friday, and it's probably a histamine Friday. As I was jumping on here, I noticed I was getting a histamine reaction, so I was like, oh no, okay. So might have to cut this shorter as I woke up with more of a histamine reaction this morning, but it is a brain foggy Friday for sure. So I wanted to jump on here, say hello, check in with all of you to see how you're doing, and just, give some more resources here. I love to be able to give people resources. I know we wish we could do a lot more, but for now, there's some good resources that I wanted to point you to, wanted to share a little bit of news, and anything goes on Foggy Friday because the brain fog is here, and apparently the histamine is here too today. So we'll just go through as quick as I can. Maybe if you're hopping on, please leave a comment, emoji. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I am Melissa Tolwar. I am the Executive Director of the Support Fibromyalgia Network, and I'm also a board-certified functional medicine health coach. We have some more information coming your way on nutrition. That has been a big question that's been popping up. What is health coaching? What is functional medicine? What is nutrition? We've done some videos before on functional medicine, but we're going to tie it in. We're going to talk about different nutrition protocols and other things involved with health coaching. So I look forward to sharing that with you. I think I'm going to be speaking too. We want to do more stuff with the support group leaders. I've been catching up with everyone, so it's been super cool. So just spending a lot of time talking to people in meetings. I know there's some people that want to do some more peer-to-peer support with fibromyalgia. Men with fibromyalgia, if you're out there, we have some people asking if more peer-to-peer support is needed. So we want to get more of that stuff off the ground. Shout out to Ted, that gaming dad. It is racing season, so look forward to more shout outs to Ted and the really cool stuff that's happening on Twitch over there at that gaming dad's channel to support the network. So I'm going to get started with some Foggy Friday resources for you because it's easier to share resources in my brain. We will have more structured broadcasts coming up shortly for all of you. But if there's stuff that you want to hear or topics, if it's diving a little bit deeper into nutrition, let us know. If there's other things, I mean, I've been working hard on my sleep, so I love talking about sleep. All of that, we're going to just get into anything that's there for health coaching. Hi, Valor, it's good to see you. I'm glad you can hear me because I know the other sound check, no audio was coming through. I couldn't even hear the audio. So I just wanted to jump on here and share some resources with you on one of the major resources that I've always shared because people ask these questions all the time is applying for disability, living on disability, and just how to get other resources to survive. This has been the #1 resource website that I always send people to. If you're in a Facebook group and you have this as you're running Facebook groups, please have this as a resource. It's incredible, and it's sad because for me, because the person that started this actual website passed away recently. I connected with her, through this website actually, because I was searching for resources, and she started something so phenomenal. And there's other people that volunteer, and I really hope that they keep this website up because it's something that is needed. It's a question that gets asked all the time. So if you are out there and you need this resource, please do share it with other people. There's so much information here with disability guides. So applying for Social Security, living on Social Security, how to get by, other resources that you can do and search for. So as you can see here, it's like disability accommodations. I'm going to try to zoom in and hopefully it doesn't mess up the screen too much. But disability accommodations, housing, applying for home care aids, financial survival guides, everything on homebound guides, and all of this information. And there's a lot of resources as you dive into that go state by state. It's really well documented on how to survive and how to escape just being with chronic illnesses. And these are some of the groups that you can find it. And I really do hope that they keep up this website. And if you read through the comments too, you can see from all the comments that people just love all the resources here. They've been really helped by the resources. There's a lot of information in the comments too of people that have been helped with all the guides, and just how to live on disability, because people ask this, everything no one ever tells you about living on Social Security disability. So you can go through this for days, but I do want to make sure that this resource is available to the fibromyalgia community. For some reason, a lot of the MECFS community members know about it, but when I was sharing with other fibromyalgia community members, they weren't as aware. So I want to be sure that this goes out there, because especially, having what you can like rely on for resources or searching, because this question comes up quite frequently. So I know that these services are needed. Another resource that I just came across is this Patients Rising Concierge Services. So I haven't really delved into what they offer yet. I am part of the Patients Rising Now moderator team. So if some of you have been in their master's class, they have a Patients Rising master class that just kicked off for the spring season. So I'm glad to be a moderator for the group. And if you're interested in enrolling, they're going to enroll again in a fall master class. I took the inaugural class, and then some of you out there also enrolled in the next classes, have graduated. So it's fun. And I'm learning more about the services that Patients Rising offers. So here's the Patients Rising concierge services. And one thing I'm noticing too is like these blogs, it says helping patients in transportation, Patients Rising. So this is a new service that they've launched. And if you do reach out, please let me know. I would love to hear how it goes with the services and what kind of things that they can offer. And they have this Patients Rising navigator. So I was kind of going through this a little bit more today, and just in the next steps of understanding paying for healthcare, medical care, treatment. So just trying to understand what services they're offering. I have not, if you want to go through it and check it out, please do let me know your experience. I would love to know how it goes. So then I need to take some more time to dive in. But I thought that was a neat service that I saw. And I just wanted to share with the community in case there's anyone that needs it right now, especially for like healthcare services, basic essential needs. So I really have to dive in. There's a lot of details here, but I wanted to be sure to share that with you in case you need anything like that. And then just a connection to what's going on with Patients Rising Now. I wanted to let everybody know we do continue at Support Fibro to have a lot of advocacy work. So we did share one of the committees yesterday and just chiming in and on social media and sharing her comments. So we try to just share this information on advocacy, any sort of chronic illness advocacy work that you can get involved with, just so we just keep giving this information to all of you. So one of the things that we got involved with Patients Rising Now is this right to repair. So I'm probably gonna do a separate video just on this as I dive into the information for you, and I can explain a little bit more. But Support Fibromyalgia Network is on the letter, and you can see we're with other patient organizations. I'm very excited because I love to be representing the fibromyalgia community, for all of us to be involved in these legislative asks. This is specifically for California. And again, I'll do a separate video, but it's just neat to be involved with the letters and the other organizations for this, asking our representatives in California to help us and sign on to this legislation. So kind of just wanted to share some of the aspects of going in, making sure you have this resource, especially this resource, and just getting by and making sure you have this one here. I'm definitely gonna let me just post it in the comments. I'll be sure to leave all these links in the discussion so that you can have it. But this one is definitely important because this question is one of the most asked questions besides how to find a doctor, which we're working on. So this gets asked a lot. This is an amazing resource. So please utilize it. Navigate through it. I'm not sure if what the team is doing anymore, but Lily used to personally answer a lot of questions and help people, but there are guides on applying for disability, and definitely read through the guides, read through the comments, because I know when I was trying to get through disability, I did it all wrong. So whatever I did, don't do. I could probably write the book on how not to get disability. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness, this had all the resources that I need at the time, and to make sure that everything was in place. And here it is. It's like not ready yet. If you want to plan to apply someday, here's the things that you need to start collecting. And there's all this documentation in here on talking to a provider that can help you document it, and then how to document it yourself, what kind of things you're looking for, the language, and how to do it. Someone said I'm not eligible. So all of this is in here. Fill out all of this information, request reconsideration, request a hearing appeal. This would have been valuable information to have when I was considering applying and trying to go through the process. I was in my 20s and I felt that the world was against me, and especially ageism was coming into a factor. But I did not have any of this stuff kind of in place, and I didn't understand the process. So when I eventually got to a hearing, I was appalled by how my doctors documented the information and what they really thought of disability. And to be honest, there's going to be some doctors out there, even though they treat fibromyalgia, they don't believe that you should be applying for disability, and it's blatantly on their website. And that was something that I missed. I had gone to see an expert in quotation marks for fibromyalgia. They treat fibromyalgia, but I did not know that they really do not like to support disability, but I didn't realize it, and that was in my file. So when I was asking them to fill out the paperwork, it really showcased that if I'm going to apply for disability, then I was not compliant to the medications and the treatment because they have a particular protocol. I was apparently not compliant to the protocol that they were giving me. So that was in my file, and that made it look bad. So I didn't have the support from providers I needed. And reading through this documentation, I was like, wow, okay. So I knew where I went down the rabbit hole, but I learned so much from reading through this website. And so that's why I want to make sure people have these resources and understanding even things like SSSI. I know we need to find people. There's people that understand this better than I do. I do not. I don't claim to be an expert whatsoever. Like I said, I just talk about the things that I did wrong when it came to the process. So I can instruct you what not to do, but it's really, really good when it comes to understanding what to do, especially for all of these regulations, because it can get super complicated. And I'm really hoping the advocacy that we're working on with these other organizations like Patients Rising Now or unified organizations coming together, that we can really change some of this and make it less stressful for people who are using disability services or even disability accommodations. This is actually a great point for accommodation letters and all the things, again, that, for housing. I'm not sure if I found something for school, but even for colleges, like I didn't know when I was in college that there were disability services available for me. And that's one thing we've been working on. We do send letters to the disability offices at college campuses. We've started this from the very beginning. We have to pick up. So if anyone wants to help volunteer, I've just been continuously talking to different colleges and the disability offices to make them aware of what fibromyalgia is, and the understanding that there will be, if someone comes into the office with fibromyalgia, I send them the brochures so they understand. But if someone were to come to the college campus, find that office and says they have fibromyalgia, I want them to be heard, and I want them to be able to use these disability accommodations that are available on college campuses, because I didn't know that they were available to me until my senior year, basically, or after. I had to do a college hearing to withdraw from some of my classes. It was intense and I had to explain my situation. But that's at that point when I understood that there were services available on campus that I could utilize for testing, mobile services, like they could drive me to my classes. So instead of me struggling and stumbling and being exhausted to even walk from parking or housing to get to campus, I didn't realize that those services were available. So anything we can do to help people get through without this exhaustion and stress and adversity in these environments, whether it be housing, campus, schools, high school, college, just getting through life, even going to the grocery store. We got to work together to do these things. So these are all information I want you to be empowered to have. I know it's going to take some experts out there. So if you want to volunteer your time or have this information, or if you write a blog, or even just want to do a quick live broadcast interview, share your experience, maybe give your top tips, we definitely welcome it. I know all of you out there welcome it for sure. So these are kind of the resources that are available. You can dig around this whole website. It's a really valuable tool, having home aids, getting home aids, incredible resource. So please definitely do. Please support this website as well. I've reached out to them. So if anyone is listening that is affiliated with this website, please let me know how I can support keeping this website alive and updated, because it is super helpful. It is definitely one of the best resources I've seen in this topic area. And we got to support people who do this, because it's very comprehensive. And I know it's definitely built in this sense of being homebound and what you can do. So here's like information on how to be homebound and still thrive. And I love the imagery that they put in and the artistry of this. So please take a moment to go support this website and find these resources for you. And you can definitely take time to learn from my actions. And I have experience on like what not to do. So I'm happy to help and share. But I think just getting on the right path forward right away is super helpful. So if you do run a Facebook group or a channel or have a support group, this is a great resources. These are great resources to help. I know we want to do some more support group roundtables. I'll be speaking at a support group tomorrow, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to connect with them again. So if you're interested in attending that, I can ask if there's a link. I know they have a meetup. They've been meeting up every Saturday. I connected with them because they run the Orange County group, but they've been meeting online virtually through Zoom. So I think they meet every Saturday now through the month, which isn't a lot. I'm excited to connect back with them. So there are resources. There are people out there that care. They want to help. We're going to be connecting to more of them. I know I have some meetings set up with some other support group leaders in Los Angeles and around the country. So please definitely know that you are not alone, and we are all out there working hard to create these services. There's more stuff coming up as we go along. So you'll be hearing more from me. I got to get back on track to doing these live. So I promise we'll get everything dialed in and back. But if you have video ideas that you want to hear of that I can follow through with, or interviews, if you're out there and want to do an interview and share your story, share some experience, some top tips, or just get some creative ideas flowing when it comes to video, definitely reach out. I'm here to just brainstorm some ideas with you. So thank you everyone for a Fibromyalgia Foggy Friday afternoon. Don't let that brain fog get you down. We're going to be just having discussions out there, so reach out. I am Melissa Talwar. I'm the Executive Director of the Support Fibromyalgia Network, and I'm also a board-certified functional medicine health coach. Stay tuned for more health and wellness videos coming up that'll be more structured, not me rambling. But I promise you we'll get through this as we can. More advocacy headed your way. Take a look at the Patients Rising Now website. See how you can get involved. Patients Rising, definitely a plug for them and all that they do. I will be sharing more information as we get involved with more advocacy efforts. I know it's Rare Disease Month. Just shout out to all my friends in the rare disease community. Look out for the posts. There's other ways to get involved. So if you have friends that have rare diseases that want to do more advocacy, or you just want to support advocacy efforts, I know that they're going to have some virtual Hill days coming up. We're going to be having a virtual Hill day for fibromyalgia. We're restructuring things a little bit to try to make it more of advocacy training. I want everyone to feel more empowered to speak with their representatives, understand the process that it takes, and then we need to rally the representatives around fibromyalgia. So we're going to be looking for our champions over there in Congress and the Senate. We need to find our fibromyalgia champions that are going to support fibromyalgia moving forward, to increase financing for research, reclassification of fibromyalgia at the NIH. So we have a lot of work to do, but we definitely need people to rally their representatives. If you have a good connection with your representative right now, please start reaching out or reach out to me so that we can start the conversation on what to say. We're going to need these champions to do these action, like create these patient letters like we just saw, right? Rally, want specific asks for fibromyalgia moving forward. If you want to get involved with that, we need a lot of people. Like, it'd be amazing to have advocates in every single state, and just go forward and get these representatives involved. Maybe even have champions like in the representatives in every state. That would be so awesome. Slowly but surely we will get there. So reach out. I'm here for you. Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful, low pain weekend. And I will check in with you later. Bye.